Welcome to American Truck Simulator. I am so grateful you guys are joining me today. This is day 3 of the summer upload challenge. Basically, if you're not familiar with it, basically I'm going to be uploading a video a day, every day in the month of July. I'm super excited about this, and one of the games that we're going to be playing is American Truck Simulator. We're going to be doing this one quite a bit, hopefully some shorter routes. So let's go ahead and get up into it. No more time chatting, we can chat on the road. So let's go ahead and hop up into the... Oop, not that one. Let's get our mirrors. So we're in Salt Lake City. We're heading to St. George, Utah, in the southern parts. We're going to go ahead and get started and we'll keep chatting here. And I'll kind of explain my setup with American Truck Simulator and yeah. So again, super excited to be bringing American Truck Simulator back to the channel. It was really big when I first started my YouTube channel. Didn't do too hot, honestly, but I'm excited to bring it back and share my passion of road trips, especially in the state of Utah. I played a lot of American Truck Simulator, exploring the state of Utah when Utah came out last end of the year in 2019. And honestly haven't played it a whole lot. I've done a ton of driving though, for not having it be recorded. Found it a lot more enjoyable, but I wanted to bring it back during this summer upload challenge and share that passion with you. So really fast, while we're on a green or on a red, we're driving the International Lone Star is what we drive. We have an insulated trailer, custom truck, even though it's a default truck. Customized it to my company logos. All of my trucks in my company, I think I have 20 or so trucks in my company. 20 drivers working for me. They all have this dark gray paint scheme with a light blue, a dark blue, and a white. As far as my setup goes for American Truck Simulator, I don't have a wheel. I play on a PlayStation 4 controller that is integrated with Steam. So it's basically the setup through Steam, and so every time I boot the game, I plug in my controller through a USB into my computer, and it's got my settings saved to the game. So I just have to plug in, load the game, and it works. One thing I will mention, one reason I have the 2 mirrors in the upper corners is because moving the camera is not the most fluid. And so having those those 4 mirrors on my screen, you have the 2 hood mirrors and the 2 like side mirrors up in the upper left hand and right hand corner. That's just so I don't have to move the camera on you guys a whole lot. It's hopefully better and easier to watch. But yeah, I'm super excited about bringing this back. Maybe I'll put an image up of the controller layout when we get out here on I-15. We're heading towards the great city of Salt Lake. I get over one more. We're on I-80, so you have the skyline there of Salt Lake, and we're going to be heading south on I-15. I really have no set time limit on these videos. They'll be as long as the route is. I will choose shorter routes to make sure that it doesn't get too long for you guys. But it is completely dependent on how long the route is, and everything like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'll go ahead and get over here, get on I-15. And we'll get up to speed here. Also, I try to make this as realistic as possible for you guys to enjoy. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna do crazy things. But I do want it to be known that there is some limitations of driving with a controller. I've driven about 30,000 miles in the game, and just having a controller makes this game pretty hard to drive. It's better than a keyboard. So if you are driving on a keyboard and you play this game, I would highly recommend just getting an Xbox, a PlayStation controller, and integrating that in. So, but anyway, coming up and over the point of the mountain. I actually live in Utah County as we cross over the county line here. In American Fork currently, as we're waiting, my wife and I are waiting for our condo to be built. When this video comes out, I hope they've broken ground on it. It's going to be a new city in Vineyard, Utah. It's basically Orem, 800 North. I think that was right here, 800 North. We'll live off of 800 North so if you were to go up that off ramp and turn right, we would be just out about 3 miles, right on the shore. They're building us we're going to live in a condo out there. Super excited about that. I'm going to be our first mortgage and everything, so super excited. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Today, if everything goes according to plan, I'm recording this in early June to get ready for the summer upload. So this video right now is planned to come out on July 3rd, which is a day that we'll be observing Independence Day, so I'll have the day off, and we'll actually be heading to Bear Lake in northern Utah by Logan, if everything goes according to plan. So one of the reasons, whoa, there's a truck in the road over there, or in the sky. What the heck was that? Gonna go ahead and get over here one more. This guy seems to be slowing down. One of the reasons I chose this one as my first route is I actually just did this about 2 weeks ago for Memorial Day. My wife and I went down with some of my work friends down to St. George and did this. It took me 4 hours to drive this same exact route. And you'll see how long it takes because that's how long the video will be. It's modeled pretty closely, so obviously there's no city around us, but this is Nephi of what we're going through right now. Kind of in the middle of the state. But it is pretty realistic. You are out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of towards the end of the Nephi Valley. I don't know if it's actually called Nephi's Valley, but it's the valley that Nephi's in. Sphere River. So we're pretty close to Yuba Reservoir, which would be off to our left, west of the highway. And then we're coming up on Scipio. Scipio is a pretty big... I'm going to be talking a lot about this road trip that we took. Scipio is a huge checkpoint for my wife and I as we drive to St. George. It's a pretty common drive for us. But this truck stop off to the right is where we typically change. I'll drive from American Fork down to Scipio, and we'll go over and change off in that truck stop over there. And there's a pretty big truck stop. The interesting thing about the Scipio rest stop is there's like a petting zoo there, and there's like this camel, and there is nothing around the truck stop. Like, it is out in the middle of nowhere. Just interesting fact. So this goes out to Delta, obviously. Holden is the name of the town that it actually goes by. I'm gonna have to slow down here. which is unfortunate. That is not realistic, but we're going to do it anyway. This post-ed truck slowed us down. We'd be coming into Fillmore right now if this is the Fillmore Valley, which is the original. So before Salt Lake City was the capital of Utah, I believe it was President Fillmore wanted the capital of Utah to be in Fillmore. And so they actually have a building down in Fillmore that's the territorial state house, if I remember right. But then eventually they moved the capital to Salt Lake, as that's where everybody lived. That was the main population center. So that's just a random interesting fact about Utah. But yeah, now we're basically heading from Fillmore to go catch Highway 70. Pretty significant mountain range or mountain pass right here that you go through to go and catch Highway 70. Cove Fort is one of those. It's like you're halfway when you've hit Cove Fort. So we're about halfway done already with this journey. Don't know why that truck got over, but okay. I am actually curious to where... Oh, that just goes over to a little thing. Maybe Cove Fort is modeled? I don't know. I've never been over there, obviously. But yeah, Cove Fort's kind of like that middle point between Salt Lake and St. George. So, and then you hook up with Highway 70 or Interstate 70. And this is the terminus of Highway 70. Random fact again. Go ahead and get back over in this right-hand lane. Guys, I'm super excited. I have this small hope that they release Idaho and Colorado together, even if they're two separate DLCs, just to be able to explore. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you off, dude. But even if they're two separate DLCs that come out at the exact same time, still would pay money for them, still would love to enjoy it. I'm super excited about Colorado. I think I'm more excited for Idaho just because anything up to like Seattle or Portland from Salt Lake, you have to go through like the back roads of Nevada. Not super fun. So, if I remember right, this should be where Beaver, Utah is. This is another like change point for my wife and I, is in Beaver. But it looks like this is Cedar City, so we just drove right through Beaver and already down to Cedar City. Cedar City is a pretty cool town. It's pretty famous for Shakespeare. Shakespeare Festival is down here. They have I cannot remember the building. It's a pretty famous theater over in Europe that Shakespeare had his plays performed at, if I remember right. They have a replica of it at Cedar City. At Southern Utah University, which is in Cedar City. Just cruising along here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what they've modeled. Not a whole lot. Sorry, I was just looking to see what they've modeled. I'll keep my eyes on the road. Go and get over here. I don't know why you're braking. Almost didn't get over in time. Just flying over these roads. And we're not that far from St. George now. Typically this would take about 40 minutes to go from Cedar City to St. George. And so we're not that far off here. How you guys doing today and this week? You got any fun 4th of July plans? Like I said, if this video comes out on July 3rd, which it's its planned date, I was going to let you over, but you're not coming over. We're going to be heading to Bear Lake, like I said, which I really wanted to get a thing from Salt Lake to Logan to kind of replicate that drive that I would be doing when this video comes out. But yeah, unfortunately couldn't find anything even with like the freight market. There's Hurricane, and Hurricane is just outside of St. George, so I think if I remember right, we go around this corner and there is St. George, if I remember right. Good old Hurricane. So a lot of these houses are actually from St. George, if I like the model of it. So like this mountain is like modeled after St. George.
Keep right and then exit right. Exit right. Keep left.
St. George LDS Temple there in the background.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
So we come in here to St. George. We're getting close to that end of the delivery. One thing I will do like backups on some of my videos, but if they're over 15 minutes on the route, I will not include the backup portion because that will be a good 4 minutes of me just backing up, and I would rather show you guys the journey rather than me struggling backing up. So as we get closer here, I want to thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. If you've made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button and any comments down below if you have any suggestions here for me. These will be coming out twice a week, these American Truck Simulator videos. And so I hope that you provide valuable feedback for me to learn from and continue increasing my skills here. Looks like we're going to be going to the home store here. Don't know why we're taking food to the Home Depot store, but
It's all over now.
it's what it is. So we're going to go ahead and say we're in a hurry. Thanks. Excellent job. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Again, go ahead and give this video a like and comments. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It does help out a lot. And it shows that, that you want more content like this. Again, thank you so much. Until next time, see ya.